So the unthinkable happened, and I actually got lucky for once. Hit on a raffle at Atmos for these Air Jordan 1, the 85 cut. Super stoked to get this email. It's crazy because I enter all these things and it's always a bottomless pit, but this is the first one that I've gotten from there at their Harlem location, so we're going to go venture out over there to go pick these things up. And on feet today we have the UNLV Dunks. So the video just went live on these on the channel a few days ago. I got these in early, at least here in the US, so definitely be sure to go check that out. Got on some salvage denim as well. There's a lot of people tend to ask about it, so I'll have it linked in the description if you guys want to purchase. And yeah, let's roll out over here. We rolling? Cool. Alright, so the package was secured. This is going to be the first initial look here. Air Jordan 1 High 85, white neutral gray colorway. Retails $200 for these, which is a bit much, but it is what it is. Whew, I am excited. So I actually saw video reviews. They come individually wrapped in paper, which is a little stuff when you think about that.
God.
I'll take one out. Here it is. I guess I tucked away. The 85 cut. The shoe that people have been going crazy for here. It's in hand. These are pretty sick. What do you think?
Yeah, I like them.
They're clean. They look exactly like the pure platinum Dunks though, right?
Exactly the same.
So the real reason that I bought this pair is to prepare myself for the upcoming L. Pictures have surfaced of the neutral gray Air Jordan 1 highs in that 85 remastered silhouette, and I already know that those are going to be nearly impossible to get on release day, whenever that will be.
Cool, alright, we'll break these down further at home, but I just wanted to get an initial look. Look at this little pamphlet they give to Slimmer Tout was back in 1985, so we'll talk more about it when we get home, but gotta get out of the city first. We'll be right back.
So following that pickup at Atmos, we did some additional sightseeing, mainly Midtown just to see some of my old daily sites. But that out of the way, we could finally get to the sneakers. So these had a global release of February 10th, 2021, with some folks being lucky enough to get them even earlier than that via early access on Nike sneakers. That obviously didn't happen for me though, and as you saw, I got lucky on that raffle win from Atmos. While I was there, I did see a list of their winners, and it looked like there was only one pair of each size to be had, so just like everywhere else, these things were definitely super limited. Starting with the box, these things come with a 2-piece Air Jordan 1 box in this red color, which seems to come out with more of their special pairs. In the stacks I have the Fearless Highs from about a year ago, and they have that same red box. Looking at the box label, I got these in my true size of a 9.5, and the colorway on here is white and neutral gray, and yielded a retail price of $200, which is a $30 upcharge from regular Air Jordan 1 highs. Opening the box up, these things come with a cool box paper, and underneath that, each one comes individually wrapped. Along with the sneakers are some extras, including this small informational tag with some info about the pair, which is what these came with back in 1985. They also come with an extra set of neutral gray laces, which honestly don't look too far off from the white ones. So the reason why this pair is so special and why they're super desirable is for a few reasons. One being that they're an original colorway, and it's the first time that it's been retroed since the original 1985 release. And two, they're in this 1985 remastered cut, which is slightly different from recent Air Jordan 1s, but more on this later. When you look past those two little quirks though, the overall silhouette and look is simple. It's really representative of a retro Nike or Jordan brand sneaker. These are pretty much done up in an all-over leather on the uppers, from the toe through the mid panels and eyelets, and towards the heel and ankle flap is where this white smooth leather lives. The leather quality on here is pretty good. It's notably a thicker cut than traditional leather-based Air Jordan 1s or Dunks of recent times. This leather has a stiffer feel out of the box, and I know it will take some break-in time, but that said, there's a nice grain to it, and I think the quality of the materials is pretty good. The overall quality and makeup of the shoe though is just decent. There are a few quality control issues like some visible glue stains here and there, but that's just standard Nike and Jordan brand these days. There are a few hits of suede in this neutral gray color, mainly found at the ankle collar and at the Nike swoosh. The wings logo is in a similar gray color, as is the inner lining of the sneaker where you could find some sizing information. These come with a white nylon tongue that looks a little bit blue, but I think it's just because it's very white, along with a white and gray Nike Air tongue tag. These have a white textured midsole and a gray rubber outsole, along with the white laces to complement. Moving over to comfort now, these things are interesting. So they have a thicker foam insole than traditional Jordans, and on that insole there's this sticker that's true to the original 1985 pairs. There's no added benefit to it other than a visual cue, which I obviously removed, and underneath that is a gray Nike Air logo. That said, these things I find to be a bit flat. If you actually remove the insole, you could see this cardboard-like floorboard, which is similar to the shoes of the era. These things definitely fit like an old school 1985 type sneaker, so don't expect anything crazy when it comes to comfort. I also stuck to my true shoe size on these. Some may find these to be a bit narrow to start, but as you wear and break them in, I think they'll be just fine. Compared to modern Air Jordan 1s, these things are slightly different, as I mentioned earlier. These have more of a retro or vintage look than modern Air Jordan 1s, and by modern I mean recent released retro ones in what they call the high OG cut, and not in this 85 cut. These 85s also definitely sit a bit higher, especially at the tongue, and more so the ankle area as well. So the resale prices on these things have been crazy and will continue to be crazy. They're hyped up again because of that 85 cut and that they're a 1-to-1 remaster of that OG colorway. These were supposed to be limited to 23,000 pairs, but that was later scrapped and these were more widely available. And I say that cautiously because these things were still super limited and very hard to get. As we've seen in the past, this 85 cut was released in that varsity red color last year, and those things just skyrocketed. Same thing with that white and red pair from the New Beginnings pack with the airships. The value on these 85 cuts is just so strong. I think these neutral grays will eventually get to a point over time where they're just going to be way too expensive for the normal consumer to get. So if you want these things and you see them at a palatable price, definitely do it right now. But with that same logic, it's also only a matter of time until Jordan Brand drops some more OG colorways from the vault, so I guess it'd be worth being patient as well. As for wearability, I think these things are going to be particularly great in the summer. You just gotta be mindful of the weather conditions when wearing these. You can't be running through the trenches in these. I'd also avoid wearing any sort of darker denim that could bleed onto these things. The grays and the whites at the ankle are just way too pristine for me to even consider risking it. I referenced it earlier in the video, but if you look at these things compared to the pure platinum dunks that dropped in late 2020, I don't think they're too far off from each other. I think that pair of dunks is a good alternative if you're trying to achieve a similar look and want to save a few $100. Compared to those dunks, obviously these Jordan 1s are more of a collector's piece, but they're also sneakers, which means they're meant to be worn. Personally, I think these are going to be one of the best shoes of 2021, and I know it's only the beginning of the year, but the year's already off to a great start, so I'm glad to have been able to scoop up these gems. But that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you guys think of this Air Jordan 1 pickup in the comment section below. Were you lucky enough to get a pair on release? Would you pay the crazy resale prices for these? I'd love to chat about in the comments. If you like content like this, be sure to let me know by dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I have a lot more sneaker content on the channel already and more to come, so I'd love for you to check it all out. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram at StuffDoneLikes, as I'm posting there before anywhere else. That's all for this one though. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next video.